Hello and welcome back to the I'm Hungry podcast. We're back again. Is this 2 weeks in a row? Did we do it last? No, we didn't do it. Last week was like Christmas and stuff, right? No, it wasn't.
Was it?
No,
No,
it
it
wasn't.
wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Did we do it last week?
Did we do
we
it
did.
last
We did. We
week?
did it last week. We definitely did.
I
it
think
last
we
week.
did do it last week. It's on it's on my calendar.
Yeah,
We
facts.
did
There
it.
we go. Look at us, 2023, already moving, already balling.
Our theme of what was that theme? Progress or something?
Yeah, like mine was like courage. I want like the courage to act on like wisdom.
Right. Yes. It was a good theme. And I think that the channel's theme was like progress, which
Yeah.
is pretty much our standard theme. I
Facts, yeah.
think.
I've been going to the gym a little bit. I've been using like the.
Oh, nice.
I didn't go today, but I went the past 3 days, and I really didn't want to go yesterday, so I felt good about that. I was like,
That's cool.
but yeah, I'm like I feel
still am
it
not.
like.
Yeah,
oof, like I've been sore, but I feel stronger.
that's good.
3
need
days,
to-
like
I mean,
how much
it
can
helped.
that
Like
do?
3 days though, after not doing it for a while, 3 days it brings you like you get back up to where you were pretty quickly,
Your
and
muscles
then after
kind of
that,
remember what
yeah.
they were doing.
yeah, exactly. And then like after that, it gets harder to it takes longer to make
Yeah.
progress. But I think starting back up, you immediately kind of get back to where you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I've been getting ready for school. I start school tomorrow, and I start my job
Yes.
tomorrow.
Where are you working?
Chipotle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you say that before?
I think so. But I'm working at the Chipotle, and
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm working like I'm kind of nervous because it's either gonna get in the way of my school or it's not. And right now,
Right.
I think it might not, but I need to stay on top of my shit because it's like
Yeah.
every day I have a 9 a.m. I have class every day, except Fridays. I have class at 12. But I don't. But right, like I'm not. My week this week is like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday are the days I
Okay.
work. Kind of weird, but I don't hate it because Mondays I'm done at around like 2:30, I think. I don't know. So I can just like chill at the library and then go like straight to work, like do some homework
Yeah.
maybe or something like that.
That's nice.
Tuesdays I think I'm done at like 11. So if I'm not working on like Tuesdays and stuff, Tuesdays could be like a huge open day for me where I can just get tons of stuff done.
Yeah. You can
And
just
that's
do whatever.
what Fridays are already like looking like. I don't know if this
Yeah.
schedule is going to be like concrete though. I need to ask them cuz things might switch around, but I hope it's concrete
Yeah.
because I'm trying to do a boxing program. I'm trying to do a boxing program and you need like concrete dates every week to be able to do it. So,
What, like a boxing program, like fist boxing?
yes.
Wow. Is it through the school or is
No.
it like
It's it's a place just like around here.
a local place? Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, so I'm trying to do that. What else I got on my board? I just bought a file cabinet. That's what I was out doing.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Like
bought.
like one of those old school like
When you
metal
pull it
file
out.
cabinets?
Yeah, I bought it. It was
Nice.
like $50 at, or maybe it was like 60. It was like $60
Why
at
did you want
Staples.
a file cabinet?
Cause I get like, I'll like every now and then, I'll get like a credit card statement or something, and I just feel
Okay, yeah.
bad about throwing it away. Like I don't want to throw it away. I'd rather just like have it somewhere.
Yeah.
So I don't get a lot of like mail, but like yeah, I figure like I'll just have this as like my file cabinet, and like over the years I'll just put all my shit in there, and if I need to get a bigger one, I need to get a bigger one. But like yeah, and, like I'm gonna put all my personal letters, personal notes. I don't
Yeah.
know, like kind of just like an organizer. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we've got one of those in my house. Like basically a single file cabinet that has like
Yeah.
any of the paper stuff that we don't want to that we have to keep. We put it in there. So.
I'm thinking that like a goal I have in my head, and I think I've had this goal for a while, but like I haven't really thought about it. Is I want everything that I own to be able to fit in my car,
Wow.
but I also want a different car. I don't. I have a
buy a
2004.
bus?
Yeah, I have a 2004 Honda Civic. So
Nice.
not much is getting in there, but a
Yeah,
decent
that's
amount.
true.
But if I could get like a truck or something, like a Toyota Tacoma, maybe even something bigger, like a Ford F-150 or something.
When you say everything you own, do you mean like all your furniture and stuff too?
No,
Okay.
not furniture. So yeah, like house stuff. Like if I have a house, I have a house. But like I want all of like my possessions to be able to fit like in like my trunk. I'll like have like a foot locker. And I'll have like my file cabinet.
But
All my
what
shit.
counts? What counts as a possession that that goes in the truck though? So like furniture, no. But like, what about like?
Like if I need to stay a night somewhere, I'm chilling. It doesn't matter where I am.
Okay, okay. But
If I need to stay a weekend somewhere, I'm chilling.
But you don't need all your worldly possessions.
No.
To stay a weekend. So what count? You mean, like what counts? Like your guitar or something.
Yeah. So
Does
like,
that count?
probably not. I'd probably store that just because it's like a fragile instrument. But like, yeah, that could be an example of like if I was a traveling like entertainer, I guess. Like a little clown. I don't know, a jester.
Okay. So
But
it's
yeah,
not
like
all your
yeah,
possessions, it's
that's
your
like a good
main-
example, but not for me.
Okay.
Of like what of like the ideas that I'm thinking of. Like you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like books, like all my books and stuff. Like maybe
Like your computer.
yeah, like my computer if I can.
Yeah.
Like that would be cool. And then like yeah. Hope maybe even the future, like cuz in the future it's just like mobile command centers.
I see.
That's how I'm
you're
thinking.
You're going for that. You can go anywhere.
Yeah.
And have everything with you.
Yep.
That's
I want
pretty
like I want like a helicarrier.
cool.
That would be sick. But yeah, so like that's what I've been thinking is I want everything I own to be like in its place, I guess. I don't know.
Like
I want to
minimalist,
get
right?
more organized, but not minimal, you know what I mean? Cuz minimal is so boring. Like
Well, minimal, like you condense everything you need into a very specific set of things.
yes, but it's also
Yeah.
still like I have this thing cuz
Cool.
it's fun.
Yeah, it's cool stuff. It's not
Yeah.
necessarily just like, yeah, I only have what you need. But
Why
like,
would I have one spoon and one bowl because I can why would I need more? I just wash it.
but why would you need more though?
Cuz I don't want to wash bowl right now.
But then you have two bowls, and then you have
Yeah.
one that's dirty all the time.
Okay, I'll wash both bowls later. I don't know.
But just wash the first bowl now, and that's less work overall.
Okay, yeah, sure.
You picked like the one example that I'm ready to die on.
You could have picked anything else.
You could have
except this
literally
one.
done anything else, and I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have said
Damn.
anything. But the spoon, the silverware, and the dishes thing, I feel like you only need one.
You
If
would
just,
hate
like,
to
by
see
yourself.
my
You just need one.
like right over, like literally right here. All my
What?
dishes are just like dirty.
Ugh.
So like all strewn.
Ah,
Does that
hurts me.
yeah, does that bother you?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of dishes. I don't like I don't like
I
it
hate
when-
doing dishes.
I hate doing dishes too, but I hate it even more when they're just sitting there dirty. So I just do it.
Interesting. Yeah, I spent way too much time at like Boy Scout camp in like the dish room. Like,
Oh yeah,
the worst. The worst thing.
that sounds pretty. I can't imagine being like a dishwasher. Like to all the dishwashers
Yeah,
out there, like for
it's-
restaurants and stuff.
it's
you are
tough
doing
because it's like
God's
it's
work.
hot because it's like hot ass water.
Yeah,
You're like you
And
have
it's
to wear
humid,
you have to
I
wear
can
it's
imagine.
humid. You have to wear like big heavy gloves. You have to wear like an apron.
Smelly.
Yeah, smelly and like just water everywhere. You're wet. You get wet. Your shoes
Food
get
all over
wet.
you.
Your socks get wet. Yeah, food.
and like
gross.
I mean, you get like
food.
it's like food dissolved in
Yeah,
water all
yeah.
over you. I imagine, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That's
just
just
gross.
nasty.
It's just absolutely disgusting.
I can't. I respect for dishwashers.
I'm
is up
probably
here.
gonna be dishwashing at Chipotle straight up,
Oh, really?
and I'm not.
But you'll get. I feel like dishwashers.
I
that's,
told
like,
them.
an
I
entry
told
level
them. I was
thing.
like, I don't want to wash. I was like, they were like, have you washed dishes before? I was like, yes, and I don't want to. I still got hired, so I don't know, but
They're probably just like, yeah, let's put them on the dishes.
yeah,
anyway.
they put him on the dishes. He knows what he's doing. I'm like, ah. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm kind of nervous for the job, kind of excited, but excited for it at the same time because it should lend itself to my life pretty well right now. Like it'll give me something to do pretty much every afternoon if I'm not doing homework. You know what I mean? But it also like it'll remind me to like, hey, I need to get my homework done because I don't have a ton of time.
You don't have a ton of time. Yeah, exactly.
So like yeah, it's gonna remind me to like get my homework done and stuff like that. But like money would be super nice. They pay well at Chipotle.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what I get paid, but it's above minimum. And
Nice.
it feels pretty good. I looked at my thing the other day, so I've had one like paid shift, and it was just my orientation. So I was just watching videos. I worked like an hour and a half, like a little over an hour and a half. I made like $22.
Nice.
So yeah, I was like, I don't know what that goes out to. Probably something like, I don't know.
Probably you got paid an hour
15
half
something. Yeah.
Yeah. Something like
So
that.
dope. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. And I get free food. So like every shift, I can get like a burrito or something. And I'm working like a 5 to close. So like wake up, eat breakfast, go to class, done with class, get something to eat at lunch, like go study at the library, go to work, work, get food. Depending on what day it is, go home, chill / do homework / go straight to mill and get drunk. Because I'm gonna be 21. I'm gonna be 21 in 2 months, literally.
Wow.
Or well, actually,
Happy birthday.
Yeah, like a month and 10 days.
That's pretty cool.
February 18th.
Nice.
21.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
What are you gonna do for your birthday?
I have no idea. I don't even know. I want to do something, but I don't even think I have friends like that over here. Like, yeah, like being with my ex-girlfriend kind of just zapped my social life.
Oh yeah.
Cause it was just hard. It was hard to go out with her sometimes. Her tummy, like her stomach would get super upset. So like she didn't want to drink a lot of the time, and it's not like I can get super hammered while my girlfriend is just sitting there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, like, if I get too crazy, it's like, what is she gonna do? She's gonna carry me home? Like, no.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know.
Yeah, that's tough. But
I just ended up kind of like losing all my friends. Not like I don't know.
I don't feel like you didn't.
Not that I
lose
lost
you
all
just
my
didn't
friends.
hang out with them. Yeah, right. It's like you just lost contact with them for a while.
Yeah, I remember a couple times like I would go out like by myself without her, and she would get like pissed. She'd be like, "What the heck?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like I don't know.
Well, like
that's one thing I guess is to like make sure that you're allowed to hang out by yourself.
Yeah.
Like if you can't hang out without the other person there.
You mean hang out like with yourself?
No,
or
like with friends. With friends.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, hanging out with myself sounds pretty fun, but
it only happened like once or twice that she got mad at me, like for hanging out with like people without her. But I just stopped trying, you know, because I was like, I don't want to upset her. I guess that's kind of what lent itself to the friends becoming distant, but
yeah, I can see that. I mean, you have to make a choice, so
yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it goes now. I forgot how to talk to people. You know what I mean? I forgot how to like just be around people.
I feel like I feel like you didn't though. I don't think that you can just lose those skills. You know, they're just you haven't used them in a while, so you just might be rusty. But it's just like going back to the gym, like for 3 days, and you feel stronger already. Like I need to do that.
That is facts.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, my schedule is like
when do you start school?
Okay. What?
When do you start?
I start on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
You guys had like an extra week of winter break. I'm pissed about that.
I didn't even use it that well. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, I didn't use. I don't feel like I used my winter break very well at all, except for hanging out with people.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, it's using it well, but
I'd say it's using it pretty well.
I've been sleeping so late every day. Like I woke up at 11 today.
No way. I can't.
I woke up.
Sleep in. I can't bring myself to wake up past like 9:30.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be waking up like 7:30, and I'm like, fuck. I
What
try
time
to
do you
go
go to
back to bed.
bed?
We're going to bed like 11:30, 12:30.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's about what I've been doing. I usually go closer to the 12:30 end, but that's interesting. Why do you think that you're not able to? Because I feel like before you would sleep in, like there have been times on the podcast where you've said like your sleep schedule's messed up and you like
Yeah.
sleep really late in the day and go to sleep really
Yeah,
late.
it's just tough being me, you know. No, it's like, yeah, I don't know. My shit just is like completely out of whack. It's always been like that as long as I can remember. Like there are periods where I can sleep really well for really
Yeah.
long periods of time, and then there are periods where like it's not even that I'm getting bad sleep. It's just I'm waking up hella early, like
Yeah. Well, but
automatically.
and I feel like that's good though. I think that's the best schedule. I need to stop sleeping in late. Like I'm sleeping in late enough. Like I'm going to bed at like 12:30, right, or midnight, and then I'm waking up at like 11, and I set an alarm for 8, and then it just ends up like I end up snoozing it and just waiting for hours before I get up, and I sleep the whole time, and then I wake up and I feel like weird, you know, I feel just out of it the whole day, and it's not good. Like it's legitimately, you know, when you sleep too long, those the cells in your brain that are responsible for trimming all the useless stuff that was created the last day, they start trimming this important stuff.
Damn,
That's a fact. Like there's like these little cells that eat your like the tips of your dendrites and they trim everything.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like all the dendrites you create, all the neurons that you like started to create that aren't useful, they trim those away and recycle the parts. But then if you sleep for too long, they start trimming into the stuff that actually might be useful. So I feel like that's why I'm feeling like just out of it. Because I feel
Yeah.
every single time it's happened, I'm like, ugh, I feel gross the whole day.
Yeah, it's like it's so weird for me because like there are times where it's like every day like blends into each other, and it's like I feel like sleep isn't
Yeah.
helping me at all, and it's like I'm just on a treadmill, and it's like I wake up, go to bed, wake up, go to bed, and it's like but they blend. It's like there's no in between, and then there are times
Yeah.
where it's like it feels like a day, like every day is like a week. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
it's just
I
like
know what you
so
mean.
separated. It's really interesting.
Yeah. It's weird. I feel like once school starts, I'm gonna finally get back on a nice routine, and I'm gonna start going to the gym regularly. Like I
Yeah.
almost did it today. I almost got it, but then I was like no, and I just went back to sleep. But I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's so easy to just be like, ah, because it's like, I don't know. Everything like it's just baby steps. Like everything is baby steps, and baby steps are so like insignificant, but they're
Yeah.
not because like you need them.
Yeah. And every time you do them, you feel so much better than if you didn't, even though the difference is
I
so small,
don't
right?
know. Like that's the thing.
Really?
That's why it's so hard for me to like do things. Is that I do something and that I know is like good, and like that's the good thing to do, and I'm just like that. Like I don't feel any difference. Like
That sucked.
yeah, it's not like that sucked. It's just like
It just didn't
okay,
seem
like
like worth
I
it.
did the right thing,
Yeah.
and
So you
and
don't
then I'll do the not right thing, and I'll be like that felt better. Like that.
get.
And I'm just like
But
so.
what about going to the gym? Like you said, you already feel like you're feeling it already, and you feel
Yeah,
stronger.
no, but because it's like
That's
I
not
go
good
to the
enough.
gym and it's like I'm like oh like yeah like you get the pump and then like you feel good for like 30 seconds when you like zone out because your muscles are like starved for oxygen and like that's like a whippet for your muscles. That's like
But
all
you
it
don't
is.
feel, but you don't feel good about like afterward, or you don't feel
No,
like you
yeah,
don't feel
I'll
energized.
feel like I'll sit there on the couch and I'll be like I went to the gym today. That's good. And then
But
the
it
next
doesn't give you energy.
no,
Like I
I'm
feel like
like
you don't get energized from it or anything.
no. And then the
Oh.
next morning, I'm like incredibly sore and I can't move, and I'm like, ah.
But that's part of the reward too. I feel like the feeling super sore. You're like, it just reminds
Like
you
I
that you did
guess, but
it.
I don't know. It bothers me when I'm like walking funny and people look at me and they're like, "You're walking funny."
Yeah. But then you just have to think like that's. I feel like for me that always encourages me because I feel like an idiot and when I'm
All
walking,
right,
like
maybe
I
I
can't
just
go
need to think
upstairs or
about it
something.
better. But yeah, things just like don't. I don't know. They don't click for me sometimes. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Well, they haven't. It's like I go through periods where things click and certain things click and certain things don't, and it's really tough. This last semester really screwed up everything that wasn't school related, and school and like very simple pleasure related. It really screwed that up. I guess that's not totally true, but
like in
this
what
last,
way? What do you mean?
well, just like I feel like for a really long time during like the back half of that semester, I was just solidly working on school the whole day, every day, and I'd get home late, and I would just not want to do anything except watch like an episode of a show and eat,
Just
and then
chill,
go to
yeah.
bed. Yeah, like I didn't have the energy, and so like even when I got home, I just the residual effects of that are still. It's like all I want to do is just take a break from doing that again.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that when the semester starts up again, the start of the semester is always kind of fun because it's really easy and you get to like see people, and it's exciting, and it kind of like boosts your motivation. So I'm hoping I get like an energy boost from it, and then I can move on with like taking baby steps.
Facts. Yeah. Do you feel like days used to be longer? Like obviously,
Yeah.
but like literally, like I just really like yeah. It just feels like because I would wake up at like 11,
Yeah.
and they still felt longer. Like it felt like 11 to 5 when I was like 13 felt like a whole
Yeah.
day now. You know what I
That
mean?
yeah. Yeah.
Like it's
I totally
crazy.
get that. Because it's well, think about school. School felt ridiculously long, but it's only 8 to 2, right? Basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
7:45
Yeah.
to 2:20, sure, whatever. It's like 8 o'clock to 2 is really the only time you're at school. So it's like that's nothing. That's not even a full work day.
Yeah.
That's 6 hours. It's 7 hours. I guess is probably where most of us were like doing school stuff at school
Imagine if we like had adult mindsets as children.
when we were high school. That would be crazy.
Like
Like
imagine
we
if
would
you,
just be like, oh my, we'd be like, what are we? Why are we
like
like?
that's
We
the
would just be,
yeah, that's the classic like would you redo your life but you remembered everything?
you would be a god at school. You would just be like, this is so easy. All of you are idiots, and you're all
I would
complaining for
bully
no
the
reason.
fuck out of everybody. I'd be like, "You're stupid. You're dumb. You should get looked at to see if you have like dyslexia or something because this is so easy. Like this is so easy for me. I don't understand how you're not getting it right now. Like you should seriously get something looked at with you." I would fuck with them. I would like get in their heads and just make like a whole class think that they're just like, "I don't get it. Like
But it is,
why does he
it's
know
so easy.
calculus?"
It's like it's ridiculously easy, and not even just like the
Oh,
topics,
dude,
but
the
also
timetables, the ones where you'd be like, you know what I'm talking
oh
about?
yeah, like in elementary school,
Yeah,
and like
they'd
middle
be
school,
like,
yeah, like
they'd
with
be
the
like, go, and you'd have to write it out
oh
fast as
yeah,
fuck.
the like time trials.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
the
yeah.
bunch of
It was like
problems. Yeah.
letters. They had like the A set and the B set.
Yeah.
I would have destroyed those. I got stuck on
Yeah.
multiplication, on subtraction for so long. For
I
some
was terrible
reason,
at multiplication. Could not do
oh,
multiplication.
multiplication was good for me, but subtraction, like I didn't get
Really?
subtraction for some reason.
I
In like first grade, I was like, I don't get
it's
it.
I mean it's still I mean it's a tough skill for like brains at that point to learn. Like it's tricky,
Yeah, like
but like now if you could just go back and do it, you'd be like, what are we doing?
literally,
What,
it's
what
like it's like you didn't really like know how to use your brain. Like you
no,
kind of
you
just
didn't.
like yeah, you kind of didn't like you didn't have enough practice with your own brain.
You didn't like it's like you're like you just didn't have you didn't know no one knows what's going on.
It's a
Those kids don't know
tool.
what's
It's
going
a
on.
tool,
It's yeah.
and you're not
You
like you're
didn't
just
know how
not
to use
using
it.
it right. So
Yeah.
that's really interesting to think about in terms of like consciousness and like
Yeah.
soul, because it's
Yeah.
like what is past that? It's like if a brain is a tool, what's using the tool, and what constitutes
Well, the tool is
more
using itself.
yeah, is the tool using itself?
I feel like the tool, well, the tool isn't just one tool. It's a bunch of parts, right? So you're able, like little kids are able to use their eyes, so they can use that part really well. They know what's going on, but they don't really know what's going on because they can't use the processing parts of their brain
Yeah.
very well.
And they
Like,
don't have enough like context clues about the world and like how it
yeah,
works.
they have all that part of their brain needs. That's why people say like, oh, the brain isn't fully developed until you're 21 or whatever. Like, and it's not even fully developed then.
It's like
But like,
25.
cause those
Yeah.
you're like your tool, your set of tools is not there yet. You don't know how to use some of the tools still. You know how to use the basic ones like talking and basic thinking, but like fine creativity and problem solving that doesn't happen. Those tools, you don't get good at those tools until later, and it's just crazy. Like
Interesting.
kids seriously don't know what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
y'all, you know what? You know what? All you high schoolers that are watching this, you don't know what's going on.
Oh, definitely not.
You're
No.
idiots. You're
Yeah. Like
little like
I thought.
animals.
I thought I had my shit on locked, bro. Like I thought I knew what the fuck was up. Like I thought I knew what was going on. And 1 year in, I was breaking down. I was like, I don't know what's going on. That's
And
so
like
crazy.
it's just like it's not your fault, freshman, high school freshman. It's not your
Yes.
fault. You're just
And college
incapable.
freshmen.
And college
And just like
freshmen. College
people in
freshmen are
general.
they're better though. But I mean, yeah, honestly, just people. But like, especially college or high school freshmen, you guys are just out of middle school. You're
Yeah.
still middle
Dude,
schoolers.
you're literally, you're like children. You're a literal
You are
child.
you
That's
are
crazy.
literal
Like they were
children.
in 8th grade like last year. Wow.
They are literal children, and they cannot think. You cannot think. I feel like I would, if looking back on it, I feel like that's probably a little harsh, but still, you don't know how to
You know
think
how to
very well.
think, but it's so like you have to be directed. It's like
It's weird, yeah.
you yeah. And even when you do like kind of learn how to like take more initiative on your own like thought processes,
Yeah.
it's still like a naive like
It's very labored. It's
yeah.
like you don't know what you're doing. You're like trying things, and it's like it's very foggy. It's bizarre.
Growing up is weird, dude. This is weird. Like I didn't sign up for this. Like do you ever think
Wait,
about that? Like I didn't sign up for this. Like I
what else could you have signed up for?
I don't like I don't know, but like this is definitely not what I thought like was going on. I don't know.
Yeah. It is weird. Well, and you
My
know, it makes
teeth
you
like
think like
yellow. Oh my
all those
god.
like
Jesus
the
Christ.
I look like super white. I look like almost albino, I
Yellow
feel
and
like.
white.
Look at that. Ew. Look at my hand.
In my
I look like
hand.
like a really old man.
I look like a
You're
Simpson.
we're like the two spectrums of lighting situations. Like we need like an
Soft
in-between light
lighting
and
and
you're
harsh
perfect. Yeah.
lighting.
Yeah. But it's also the color of the light. Like mine is like a cold, like bright white light.
Mine's like a
And yours is a
yellow.
nice soft yellow.
I'm definitely more of
But
a fan of
what was I
like
gonna say?
softer lighting.
Who?
I like softer lighting usually.
I do too, yeah. I was gonna say that think about old people, right? Or think about the last old person you interacted with who you really didn't like, who like seemed really mean or whatever. Like they were a kid at one point, right?
Yeah.
And there are
That's what I
lots of
would
old
think
people.
about when I was a kid too. It was like all of these people
Yeah.
around me, they were once me.
Yeah, they were just like us.
Like what it
Well,
like I think
and
about
you
that with
don't
like my grandparents. It's like
but like if you're I feel like you think about it less with the people with nice people, you know, like all my family, they're like nice people, you know. I look at them like, yeah, I mean, yeah, these are just kids who have grown up, right? But then when you meet someone you don't who's like seems like a really mean old person, I feel like I always get like a different it makes me think like this why is this person like
what made
so
them that way.
mean? Yeah, why are they this way? They used to be a kid. Like where I don't see them as ever having been a kid, you
Where
know?
was the innocence lost?
Yeah, where did you lose your childlike qualities? Because I feel like good people still have a lot of childlike qualities. You know, that's how you know you met a good person is when they're like they can do jokes and they do nice things for other
I
people.
wouldn't
They're
say it's like
altruistic.
childlike. Cuz childlike could also be negative. You know what I
It could
mean?
be negative, but even the negative parts, when applied to an adult,
I th-
if an adult has a little sprinkling of those things, usually that makes them a better person,
I think
right?
it's like supposed to be like more like imaginative I think is like
Yeah.
is a better word, because like when I think of children, I think like imagination, because it's like they don't know what's going on around them, so they fill in the blanks, or they fill in the blanks themselves with just random shit.
Yeah.
And as we learn more, we like fill in the like our blank pool, like where we're drawing from, becomes smaller and smaller because we know more, because we use more like context clues, and I feel like that pinholes us a little more. So I feel like when I meet someone that is more imaginative and can like come up with more things, that is more like evident to me that like they're still in touch with themselves a little more than like more than like a jaded person who is like complaining a lot and like yeah.
I agree. I think definitely imagination. That's like a huge part of it. And when you meet someone who just doesn't seem like they have that, it's like, what happened to the kid?
Yeah.
Where's the kid? Because it was like, it's still, because people like,
you should ask them.
We should.
We should go on the street with a microphone. Hey, sir, when did you lose your childhood innocence?
What happened to the kid that used to be you?
Hey, what happened to little Tommy?
But also, what if? Wait, oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Crap, I lost it. Oh, I had something.
Man on the street, kids.
No, it was before
losing the childhood.
Losing the child. Yeah, it was something like that.
Innocence.
Oh, when you said this growing up isn't what you signed up for.
Oh,
it's like I feel like I didn't think about it like I still feel like a kid. You know, you feel like when you grow up, you're like a different person kind of, and you're like an adult. You know, but I don't feel any different really.
Yeah, I still feel like myself, like all the way back, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I still feel like that person. So that's what makes me really think about it when I meet someone who's like just unpleasant. It's like, were you just like this always? What caused you to be like this?
And it's like maybe
they were just an unpleasant kid, and then they just became.
Do you remember kids like that when you were growing up? Just like fucking asshole, and you're just like,
I want to talk to them now.
Yeah.
You know who I will always remember as an asshole?
Who?
Josh Columbus.
Oh, damn! That's a deep cut.
I'm very deep tracked right there. But like, I'm sorry. Like, wherever you are,
I could see it.
I don't know. I want to meet you now.
Spill the tea. Why do you think he's an asshole?
I remember just him being mean to people in elementary school, and then I never talked to him again after elementary school.
Because you're just like, why would I talk to you? Like, you're an asshole.
It was. I just had I never even like saw him in high school. Never saw him. Did he go to Saguaro?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, never saw him. Like, literally did not lay eyes on him in Saguaro. He just was outside of.
Yeah, he only went for like 2 years or something. I don't know. I dated.
Okay. Well, that's probably why.
I dated a girl that he dated, so like.
Okay, yeah.
He had beef with me for like.
He was there. Nice.
But he was like, dating my girl. I was like, I don't know, I guess.
But like, what? I want to have a conversation with him now. Yeah. Where is he now? And I want to have a conversation.
He's probably doing good. I don't know. I feel like those people, cause like, I don't know. I heard he like got into like dealing and shit.
I'm sure. Yeah.
So I knew a guy. I went to. Did you ever meet Michael White? He went to Saguaro. No, you probably wouldn't have met him.
Michael White. No, I don't think
so. He went to my school. He like me and Will. So we went to like this Catholic school, right? He went to that school with us. But then he went to Notre Dame. Well, we went to Saguaro. He got like kicked out of Notre Dame for some shit. I don't know what he did. I think he was selling carts, like vape carts, like for weed and shit.
Oh, nice.
So he got kicked out. He comes to Saguaro, and he's like still doing the same thing. It was like wild for me because I was just like, I knew you in kindergarten. Like, yeah, like we played kickball together and like went to church. But yeah, it was like, but I think he's like doing well now. Like, yeah, I think he got booked like once.
Oh, really?
And then he went to rehab. Wow. And I saw him a while ago at like a funeral, and I was just like, hey, and he was like, hey, so yeah, shout out Michael White.
Yeah.
If you're doing well, big ups. If you're not doing well, get well. I don't fucking know.
Shout out Josh Columbus.
Shout out Josh Columbus. Shout
Reach out. I want to have a conversation with you.
Yeah,
I
come
want
on
to
the
have
podcast.
a very
Come on the
probably
podcast
just
for 30
yeah,
seconds.
yeah, come on the podcast actually. Yeah, you know that's fine. I would rather that than have an actual conversation with you, just because I have a feeling I would want it to be very brief. I don't have enough faith in him. I'm sorry, Josh.
He's like, I don't want to talk to you that much. I don't.
Like, it's like it would be like a 5-minute. Just let me gauge.
I'm interested in what you're doing, but like I don't want to be your friend.
I just want to test. Are you any less of a jerk than you were?
Damn.
And if you are, I might be a little bit intrigued. But
Facts.
if not, I'm like, sorry. You can just go. You can just.
The tell-all.
Yeah.
That's
you know what?
hilarious.
I don't care at this point. You know,
No,
it
we
needs
don't
to
give
be.
a
It needed
shit.
to be said from me to him.
I
at
want to
some
be
point.
more of an asshole to people. I'm too nice. In
don't think-
my opinion,
no.
I think I am too nice. I think I give
No.
people way too much, like, rope.
Like benefit of the.
Yeah.
I don't think you should. No, I think you should remain. I'm like super nice to people, but if people ever get to a point where they annoy me enough, I will just stop and I will be like, no.
Okay,
like,
yeah, that's.
I think
Yeah.
if you become if you have like a badass threshold, I think that's good. And if it's I think it should be a high threshold, but it's like a justified threshold. And then you're you're mean.
That's my
if they cross
problem.
it,
Is that like I
you know?
don't know where to like kick that in, and when I do kick it in, I have a hard time just like sticking to it.
Yeah, it's
like
hard to stick to it.
Because I'll be like no, or like I'll like start like being like fuck off, and the person will just be
Yeah.
like, oh come on, I'm sorry, please, oh my god, I'm like, like okay.
Well, if they do that, then maybe it's fine to like.
But they
simmer
always
down.
do that to me. I don't know. I feel like I just give in way too easily. I don't know.
You feel like they're taking advantage
Yeah.
of your niceness. Yeah. I mean,
Oh, another problem for me, like being mean, is that like I'm in like a weird like so I'm like decently tall and I'm like decently like big, right?
yeah.
But I'm not the biggest and I'm not the tallest. So I'm like I'm in a weird place. I feel where like this is my perception, like
yeah.
purely me, and like it might be a little like paranoid, but whatever. Like I feel like guys who are like smaller than me like are never really gonna like put up a like any kind of confrontation towards me because they think they're gonna lose. And like that kind of applies to me too. Like guys that are bigger than me, like I feel nervous because like I don't know, I'm afraid they're gonna want to fight me or something, and I don't really know how to fight. That's why I want to do the boxing class, because like
Yeah.
I want to start being more of an asshole and just like being able to know that like if I do end up having to throw hands, I can sleep a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't think you should. I don't think you should try to be mean though.
I'm not gonna try to be mean, but like when people are like when people are like making fun of me and shit, and like or just like being assholes, I can be like hey
more.
X, or like hey Y person, like shut the fuck up or I'm gonna kick your ass. And
I feel like that's not the way you should. You shouldn't start with that though. You should not start with that. You should be like, hey, I would like shut up. I don't think you should go straight to the shut up or let them. I always think about it like let somebody else. If I ever get in an altercation that bad with somebody, like let them do all of the like instigation.
Okay.
You know, let them incriminate themselves.
You're right. You are right. You're right about that. Yeah.
Let them do all of that. I will sit there and stand my ground, but I won't be like.
But
yeah,
that's
come
what
on,
I'm
let's
saying.
go.
Like,
you know,
okay.
don't encourage it.
Exactly. No, you just set me up perfectly, because this is gonna extrapolate my point, I think. So it's like it's like the bigger guys never talk shit to me. The bigger like guys that are bigger than me that like I feel like I would have a chance, like that would have a chance fighting me. The ones that I would be comfortable fighting. Like okay, like if we fought each other, like I might not just completely kick your ass. Like like let's fight. Like those guys never like are like they're never like chirping me and shit. It's always the guys that are like 135 pounds and like 5'6". I'm like, dude, I'm like 6 foot 180. Like I will kill you. Like
So maybe
stop. Like and then I'm like stop calling me a faggot or some shit. And they're like, me. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
and I can't kick their ass because they're calling me like names and shit. You know what I mean? That's just like,
so
I've definitely beat people up over less, but that's besides the point.
They're doing my strategy, but they're instigating. So
Yeah.
they're the loser, most likely.
They're trying to they're the
loser.
little bird like on the
And
crocodile's
they're trying to
shoulder,
provoke
and
the
they're
fight. Yeah, okay.
they're trying to get to me.
They're trying to provoke the beast.
Exactly, and that's what
Wake
that's
the
how
beast.
that's how I feel it always is. I feel like people are always just trying to like poke me just enough to like make me snap, and then when I snap, I look like a bad guy.
Well, I feel like just don't snap. I think that you look cooler. Not that I have much firsthand experience, but I feel like that someone would look cooler to me if they were in like a very tense situation like that and just was like absolutely stone faced and just like remained like totally calm but very very like terse and like focused and just absolutely assertive, but just like not doing anything like violent, just not taking it, just like stop. Like, I mean, I hope that never happens, but like I've had a few interactions where like actually now I think about it, when we were studying in the library last semester, like for finals, we'd have like a bunch of study sessions all the time, and there was this one guy. I was having a debate with this girl about like what the right way to solve this problem was, and there was this other guy who like he thought he knew how to do it right. He's terrible at explaining it, like the worst at explaining anything ever, right? So you ask him a question and he gives you an answer and you're just like, I don't know what that means. He's like, put this thing there, and then you go here, and
he's just like not doing it. Like,
what?
Okay, yeah, I hate people like that. They're like,
no,
you just have to do this with this.
Yeah, it's just that. It's like, what? No, that's
And
not an
you're like,
explanation. It's just how you're thinking about it in your head. Tell me exactly what you're doing. Don't tell me how you're like, oh, you put this thing there. It's too easy. And then you do this, and it's that's just the answer. So it's like, it was one of those guys, and he also
he's not using his tool right.
He's not using his tool right, and he also mansplain. He tries to mansplain with his incorrect tool. So he's like sitting there,
mansplaining with an incorrect tool. Oh, yes. Yikes! Yikes! Oh.
It's one thing to do it if you have the correct tool, but you can't. It's terror. It's even worse if you're doing it with no clue about what you're doing.
That's like that one spun. Like the one spun. I was always like, "Which way are we going, Patrick?" West.
Yeah, it's
maybe, I don't know, a bad analogy.
I mean,
but
yeah, it's
I get what you're saying.
He like
just
thinks
like,
he knows what he's saying, and he's like explaining it as if he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's like, homie, like if you're gonna be giving advice, at least give the right advice.
Yeah, give it and even if you're wrong, give it in a way where we can easily tell you why you're wrong. He's giving wrong advice.
We can figure out that it's wrong and tell you like, hey, that's not right.
He's giving wrong advice that doesn't make any sense.
In a way that, it can't be.
We can't explain to him why he's wrong, because he's just like, no, but it's just this. Then you put this here, and it's like, no.
Oh, and then he's just like completely like on his horse, like, no, I'm right, no, I'm right, no, I'm right, and you're like.
And so eventually, that's exactly what happened. And after several of the he'll interrupt you to be like, no, but then you do whatever, he'll interrupt to assert himself. And at a certain point, like, the girl was trying to say something to me, and then he started to interrupt, and I held up a finger, and I didn't look at him. I was looking at the girl. I held up a finger, and I was like, hold on for a second. Let me hear her. I was just like, stop. I just said it just very quickly. I was just like, stop, and he did. There was no like hard feelings.
That's out.
I put a stop to it.
Let's go, Daniel. Let's go. He really said. 1 second. I'm not done talking.
That's exactly what I didn't. I didn't look at him. But yeah, it's exactly what happened. I just did a single finger.
Crazy.
I said I was like, hold on, or like just stop for a second, and then I was like, continue, please. And yeah, it was.
But I've done that before, I think, to somebody, and I remember I felt really cool because I was
it's
like,
very satisfying.
You're like, have some manners, like scum. Were you raised in a cave? Like, that's how I felt when I was doing it. I was like, shh.
Yeah, exactly. You just feel, because it feels good because you did it. I feel like.
But also, too, it's like, dude,
handle it.
Like, you've talked enough. Like, shut up for a second. Like,
just shut up for a second, please. So
Yeah.
you're totally in the right when you do that, and yet you are still. I feel like you still come off as the 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 not only the better person, but also the winner of the like altercation or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you are in control. At least you're in control of the conversation,
And
right?
like yourself. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and you're helping somebody. Like I was helping the other person say their piece, right? And so
yeah.
it's like you're being altruistic, right? And you're also being assertive at the same time. So it's like it's a win-win. It's a win-win for yourself because you're like, yeah, and then for everybody else, except for the person. I mean, no, for everybody else, for the overall health of the
Yeah.
conversation, it's good because that person needed to take a break
Yeah.
from talking. So I
Yeah.
like that kind of. I feel like if you're gonna learn, if you're gonna be meaner in that way, and
Yeah.
like just more able to just control the
Yeah,
conversation.
in
I
like
guess. I don't know.
yeah, I guess in like a controlled environment, I would definitely
Yeah.
want to be like what I'm thinking here is like
You're-
also I'm not only just thinking like like I have a problem with somebody and I don't and like
Yeah.
I'm like if I have a problem with somebody, obviously I'm not just gonna be like, well, I can't fuck you. Like I'm not gonna but like if I'm in like a bar or some shit, like if I'm with a
Yeah.
girl or like someone touches my girl or some shit like that, and I'm like, yo, like if homie tries to step to me, like I want to be able to beat his ass.
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
I'm
and I
saying.
think that's good. I think that's good. I don't think you should be the one to step. You
Yeah.
should.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Let
don't.
them
I
come
don't
to
want to.
you.
I'm stepping, but I'm not. But you're gonna be stepping down if you step to me. If you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
right. You let them do it. You should be like. Have you seen like The Punisher?
Yeah.
No, it's not a.
I've
But
seen
like The Punisher, or maybe like any of those movies. Where it's like it's a
He
like a
tells you to
kill.
stop, and then if you don't stop, he shoots you in the kneecaps.
Exactly. Like you put him down. You're
Yeah.
just done. You just knock him out at one punch. Just.
Yeah. I give you.
It's
I
like
give you. Hear that, everybody? From now on, I give you one chance, and then you're done.
Yeah.
After that.
Just removed from the encounter.
Kneecaps
You
gone.
lose the
I'm taking that
encounter.
ACL. Chomp chomp. It's mine.
So wait, what are like if I'm ever like forced to fight somebody, my goal is to go for like the fleshy
Just kick him in the balls.
Well, I'm gonna go for the grab in the balls and
Kick him in the balls.
the
Yeah.
the yank,
fucking-
the twist and the pull. Yeah. Like
I've not.
but like
Yeah.
is there an issue with that?
I don't know. I've
Like,
never. I've only ever been in fights that like have been like pretty significantly swayed to my advantage.
yeah.
But that's just because like motherfuckers my size don't like to fight me. I don't know.
Right.
Like
Well, so if you're in a fight with somebody who's like if you have the physical advantage and you fight really dirty and like really nasty, does that reflects
a bad
badly
look.
on you? I'm
Yeah.
assuming, right?
Yeah.
So, but okay, so I guess I'm never gonna fight in a position.
you're probably never gonna be like, yo, let's fight.
Yeah, but I'm never going to.
But someone
accept-
might try to step to you.
If somebody does and they're like, for some reason I'm physically superior, which is like already unlikely.
You're
right?
massive, Daniel. Oh shit.
Yeah. If
I need to move my
if that
computer.
happens, in the unlikely event that happens, I'm not going to do anything. But if I'm like forced to physically fight somebody who's bigger than me, I'm going to be absolutely the nastiest thing they've ever encountered. Like I'm going for genitals, eyes, hair, ears, throat. Like yeah. Like I will try
shoulders,
and
knees and toes,
Yeah.
I don't know.
like I will try and put my hand in your mouth and like shove it as far as I can go down in there, like bite me, sure. I'm just gonna keep pushing my fist out. Like I'm going to destroy
King
you.
Kong. Rip his
Like-
jaw apart.
Like I'm just gonna give them nightmares. That's my
Yeah,
goal. I'm not going
facts.
for punch, haha, got. I'm not going for like hits. I'm going to wound you permanently in some way. You will need.
I am going to hurt you.
I'm going to hurt you. Because I mean, if I get into a fight, like, it's gonna have to be really bad, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to fight anybody.
You're not a
unless-
fighting kind of guy.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
fight,
I
yeah,
can't
so-
really imagine you getting in a fight with any
No,
physical
yeah,
fight. Like at least like that you started. Like I don't think you
No,
would ever
I would
start
never
a fight.
start one. But if for some reason I'm absolutely forced to, they're
Yeah.
going to regret it. Like, I'm sorry, maybe they're
Facts.
good at, boxing or whatever, and they can hit me a bunch, and I might be really wounded or whatever, but I can still grab. I can do
We have
damage with my fingernails.
hands.
Like really
Facts.
just hands. That's all I want. Hands and mouth, maybe. I'll
Yeah.
bite things. Yeah.
Nice.
That's my strategy.
Yeah,
That's my last resort.
I want to be able to like hit the combo on some motherfuckers. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I want someone to take a video and like me not know, and I'm just like throwing out these moves, and like there's like a Snapchat caption where it's like, God damn, like he got hands or some shit. I would love that. That would
Got
be
it all planned out. Yeah.
yeah. But do not attack me if you see me in public. I will hurt you. That is a warning.
Not a challenge.
That is
it's
a disclaimer.
warning.
This is not a challenge. If I am attacked, I will retaliate. This is a disclaimer, not a challenge.
Not
This
a
is
challenge.
a warning.
Just to be clear.
But yeah. Other than that, I've just been chilling. We're at like 50 now.
Just like, other than that, we're just chilling.
Yeah. We're at like 50, 51. Anything else you want to talk about?
I think we're good. That's a long episode. It didn't feel like that long.
Yeah. What do we even talk about?
We fighting people and
Self-defense.
oh, being
mean.
being little. Well, being mean and then being little, or being kids in their brains in school, right?
I'm trying to think of a title right now.
I feel like we said something that should have been a title early.
Like mean child brain. I don't know. Being
Kids are mean.
people being mean to people.
That doesn't seem like a very constructive title to this. Well, but you know what? It has
Step.
It has depth. It has depth.
You trying to step? I'm trying to step to you. Step up, step down. I don't know. Spitballing.
I like being mean to people. It should either be being mean to people or something about being a kid and how we can't, like, how brains develop.
I like being mean
What
to
about-
people. I think being
Okay.
mean to people.
Let's do being mean to people. 'Cause
Alrighty.
it seems at the first glance it's like, what is that?
They're
Why-
being
why
mean
is
to
that
people?
their
Why are they
title?
being mean to people?
Yeah, what? And then you think
Fuck
about it.
yeah, we're
it's like,
being
oh, maybe
mean to people.
And then you think about it, and yeah, that's all we're doing. We're just being mean to people.
I will attack you. Not you specifically. But maybe. No.
If you're lucky. No,
If-
actually, no. No, it's not a challenge. It's not a reward.
It's not a challenge.
don't want
There
it
is
to
no
happen to
reward.
you.
The reward,
Is not having it happen.
yeah, it is not getting destroyed. I haven't even been in that many. I don't know why I'm talking so much shit. Like, I don't.
Well, it's
even,
just that humans like
yeah,
violence, to an extent.
big facts.
That's why we like action movies.
Can you imagine taking your kids to the Coliseum?
What?
Like, imagine taking your kids to the Coliseum.
That would be. I mean, I
Like,
wonder
you're a
if people-
Roman mom. It's like a Saturday.
a Roman mom. It's
Yeah.
Kids. It's the mom's group out day.
It's Leonidas' birthday. He wants to go see the gladiators.
Was there ever a case where where they could surrender, or was it always a fight to the death?
I think you could surrender, and then it was up to the emperor on whether like you survived or not. Because it's like, say like I put up a good fight and I surrender, the emperor could be. I think it's like if he likes me, he's like this. He does that shit or some shit like that, and then I survive. But then if he's like, no, you did bad, then they fucking kill me.
Oh, wait, hold on, though. I just looked it up. Gladiators rarely fought to the death. Receiving mortal wounds during the fight was the absolute exception. Some gladiators were denied mercy and were killed after the fight had ended. Okay. There was also the Munera Sign Mission. Don't know what that is. A type of fight where one of the fighters had to die. Okay, so like it seems like it could have
It
been.
wasn't always, but it definitely was a feature.
Yeah, yeah. The referees would end the fight as soon as one of them was too badly wounded to continue.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, imagine taking your kid there.
Oh, and you're right though. His fate went. If you lost, the fate went to the organizer of the fight. So you might die anyway.
Bring back duels. All right. We're good. We're heading out. Goodbye, Hungry Nation. Goodbye.